Premier Ford talked a lot about buck a beer during last year's campaign.
A simple thing like a buck of beer, it goes a long way.
Though that promise went largely flat, with brewers now only offering the cheap brew on long weekends. Only 7 brewers are offering buck a beer here in Ontario this long weekend. CityNews has learned most brewers take a loss on this promotion. So why are they doing it? Are they trying to curry some favor with the government? We asked Cool Beer Brewing here in Etobicoke, one of the companies offering dollar suds this weekend.
Kind of hits the bottom line, but at the end of the day, we're just trying to kind of strike a conversation with the government to reduce fees from the LCBO, like the tax fees and administration fees.
So you're hoping to get a favor from the government down the road, maybe?
Hopefully, that's what we kind of hope for, absolutely.
Though that's not the way the government House leader sees it. Do you think they're doing that to curry favor with your government?
Oh, no, certainly not. I mean, this is a business decision. This was all about marketing. And, I think it's great marketing for companies that want to promote their products during a long weekend.
What are you hoping for out of the government? What do you want them to do?
You know what? At the end of the day, we just kind of want them to kind of lower the fees.
What fees?
The tax fees. So
on beer?
On beer. So there's a lot of taxes that go into beer.
We've all known that the buck of beer is just such a ridiculous program the Premier's put out there. Nobody can make it work. And, it's unfortunate the Premier is bullying private enterprise to put forward one of his campaign slogans.
You think they're bullying them? How are they bullying them?
Well, they seem to be putting pressure on, brewers to say, buck of beer, deliver buck of beer, at least on holidays. And so it just shows you what happens when a premier, campaigns on bumper stickers and hasn't fully thought through the implications of his plans.
Never mind trying to curry any favor, does buck a beer promote dangerous drinking?
Listen, I think it's just a great promotional item. I think a lot of people are going to go out and get their 2-4 of beer or their 6-pack of beer or their case of wine or whatever it is, and this is going to happen. We believe that people in Ontario are adults and they should have the opportunity to act like adults, and we expect that they will.
Let's not forget they're also cutting back on policing budgets. It makes no sense whatsoever, and I would just hope that people are thoughtful this long weekend. I hope everybody enjoys their long weekend, but be very, very thoughtful about your consumption and being safe and making sure everybody around you is safe as well.
Of course, brewers of all sorts trying to get in Premier Ford's good books. After all, the government planning a lot of changes when it comes to alcohol, including trying to sell beer and wine in corner stores. Outside Cool Beer Brewing in Etobicoke, Richard Southern, City News.